Hello everybody, welcome into another lesson. So today we are going to solve absolute value equations. And absolute value equations are actually pretty easy, because all you have to do, we have here the absolute value of n is equal to 1. All you do is you take that n, you set it equal to 1, and then you take that n, you set it equal to negative 1. So n equals plus or minus 1. So, yeah, all you're going to do is, without the absolute value, take the n, set it equal to the positive number 1, and then set it also equal to negative 1. You do a positive and a negative of the number on the right-hand side. And that's really all there is to them, honestly. And if you put these back in, you would find that the absolute value of positive 1 is 1. Put negative 1 in for n. The absolute value of negative 1 is also 1. So that's all you would get for that. I got more examples. Let's see here. We got the absolute value of t is equal to 1/2. So we got the absolute value of t is equal to 1/2. Well, what you're going to do is just take t without the absolute value. T is going to equal, of course, the positive 1/2. And it's also going to equal, and we're going to have t equal to that negative 1/2. So t equals plus or minus 1/2. That would be the answer you get. T equals plus or minus 1/2. Alright. Now how about the next one? Alright. The absolute value of z equals 0.3. Absolute value of z equals 0.3. Well, again, you'll take that z without the absolute value. You'll set it equal to the positive 0.3. And then you'll take z, set it equal to the negative 0.3. So then z equals plus or minus 0.3. Okay, so z equals plus or minus 0.3. That's exactly what you would get. Now, how about something like this? Absolute value of n equals 0. Well, since 0 is neither positive nor negative, it's just its own number, it's literally just going to be n equals 0. N would equal 0. The absolute value of 0 is 0. That's pretty easy. Alright, let's get into a couple of weird cases here. Let's say the absolute value of a equals negative 2. So you'll get the absolute value of a equals negative 2. Well, when you take the absolute value of a number, it's always positive. It can never be negative. Therefore, if the right-hand side is negative in an absolute value problem, it has no solution. There is no solution to it, because the absolute value of a number is always positive. It can never be negative. So there's no solution to this one. Alright, how about another one like it? B, the absolute value of b equals negative 9. So the absolute value of b equals negative 9. Well, again, when we take the absolute value of a number, it's always positive. It can never be negative. So Therefore, there is no solution to this one. There would be no solution to this equation because the absolute value of a number can never be negative. All right. How about, now this is different. The absolute value of negative q equals 1. So you can have absolute values, you can have negative signs inside the absolute value. It just can't be a negative on the right side of the equation, because you can never, whenever you take the absolute value again, you're always going to get a positive number. However, you can have a negative sign inside the absolute value. What you're going to do is take this negative q that's inside the absolute value, you'll set it equal to that positive 1, and then you'll take the negative q, you'll set that equal to negative 1. And then we just do the math to figure out what q is going to be. If we divide, for negative q equals 1, we divide both sides by negative 1, you'll get q equals negative 1. And then you'll get, if you divide on the right equation, negative q equals negative 1, divide both sides by negative 1, you'll get q equals positive 1. So the answer to this is q is still plus or minus 1. So yes, you can have absolute values inside, you can have negatives inside the absolute value. That is completely normal. Alright. We have the absolute value of negative x equals 5. So the right hand side of the equation, the right side is positive because, again, whenever you take the absolute value, the answer is always positive. So what you're going to do is take that negative x inside the absolute value, you're going to set that equal to the positive 5, and you'll have the negative x inside the absolute value, you'll set that equal to negative 5. So we have left equation, negative x equals 5, you got to divide negative x by negative 1, you'll get positive x. You divide the right side by negative 1, you'll get negative 5. So x will equal negative 5. And then we have negative x equals negative 5. To just get x, you divide by negative 1. So you'll get x is equal to the negative 5 divided by negative 1. That's positive 5. So x would in fact equal plus or minus 5. That's exactly what we would get. X would equal plus or minus 5. Alright, so far these haven't been too bad, have they? We've dealt with negative absolute values. We've dealt with all kinds of stuff. Now, what if I gave you something like the absolute value of 2a equals 4? So we have the absolute value of 2a equals 4. Well, what you're going to do is you're going to take that 2a inside the absolute value, you're going to set that equal to that positive 4, and then you'll have 2a is equal to negative 4. So in the left equation, we have 2a equals 4. We just need a. You got to divide by 2. You do that, you'll get a is equal to 2. And then on the right equation, we have 2a equals negative 4. We got to divide 2a by 2. You'll get a is equal to negative 4 divided by 2. That's negative 2. So a would equal plus or minus 2. And you stick either of those into this absolute value equation, you'll get a true statement. Alright. What about the absolute value of 5a equals 15? So we got the absolute value of 5a equals 15. Okay, what we got to do is take that 5a, we'll set that equal to 15, and then we'll also take that 5a, it's inside the absolute value, we'll set that equal to negative 15. Now we have 5a equals 15, we just want to get a, you got to divide by 5, you'll get a equals 3, and then you have 5a equals negative 15. We just want to get a, you got to divide by 5, so you get a equals negative 3. So a is equal to plus or minus 3. That's the answer you get. A equals plus or minus 3. Alright, I got a couple more problems here, then we're done for the day. Just a couple more problems, and we will be done for the day. Let me see something here. Let me just see something here. Alright, let's take the absolute value of 2a plus 1 equals 5. So we got a problem of the absolute value of 2a plus 1 equals 5. Well, you're still going to take that 2a plus 1 that's inside the absolute value, you'll set that equal to the positive 5. Then you'll have the 2a plus 1, you'll set that equal to negative 5. Well, so for the left equation, we have 2a plus 1 equals 5. We need to just get 2a by itself, so you got to subtract 1. You do that, you'll get 2a on the left side. On the right side, subtract 1 from 5, you'll get 4. So 2a equals 4, and then we have 2a plus 1 equals negative 5. Again, we got to subtract 1 to get 2a by itself, so we'll do just that. On the right side, negative 5 minus 1 is negative 6. So for the left equation, we have 2a equals 4. We just want to get a. We got to divide that 2a by 2, so we'll do that. You'll get a is equal to the right side, 4 divided by 2. That'd be 2. And then we'd have 2a equals negative 6 for the right equation. We just want to get a. We got to divide by 2, so we'll do that. A equals negative 6 divided by 2. That'd be negative 3. So a equals negative 3 and positive 2. And I guarantee you, if you stuck both of these into the equation, you would in fact get a true statement. So a equals negative 3 and positive 2. Alright, one more problem here. Absolute value of 3a minus 7 equals 28. Nah, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do 29. Alright, so we have the absolute value of 3a minus 7. That's set equal to 29. So once again, you'll take your 3a minus 7. You'll set that equal to the 29. And then you'll also have the 3a minus 7, that'll be equal to negative 29. Alright, so what we have to do now is we got 3a minus 7 equals 29 for the left equation. We just want to get 3a. We have minus 7, so we got to add 7. We'll do that to the left side. You'll just get 3a equal to the right side, 29 plus 7, that's 36. So we got 3a equals 36, and then on the right equation, we have 3a minus 7 equals negative 29. Well, we just want to get 3a by itself. We have minus 7. Let's add 7. So we'll get 3a is equal to 7 minus 29. That'd be negative 22. Alright, so now, left equation, we got 3a equals 36. We just want to get a. We got to divide by 3. So if we do that in the left equation, left side of the equation, you'll get a is equal to 36 divided by 3. That's going to be 12. So we got one solution, a equals 12, and now on the right equation, we have 3a equals negative 22. You want to get a, you got to divide by 3. So you do that on the left side, you'll get a. The right side, negative 22 divided by 3 is just that, negative 22 thirds. So now we have our solutions of a equals negative 22 thirds as well as positive 12. That would be the answer we get for a. A equals negative 22 thirds and then positive 12. And if you went ahead and stuck each one into the equation, you would in fact get true statements. So really, for absolute value equations, all there is to it is that you're going to take what's inside the absolute value. Without the absolute value, you'll set it equal to the positive number that you're given on the right hand side, and you'll take what's inside the absolute value, set it equal to the negative of what's on the right hand side. You'll have two separate equations to solve for, therefore giving you two solutions. You should always have two solutions unless the absolute value comes out to 0. If the absolute value equals 0, you're only going to have one solution. Now, you can have negative signs inside the absolute value, but on the right-hand side, your number can never be negative because the absolute value of a number is always positive, never negative. So that's really all there is to the absolute value. Next lesson, we're going to review the distributive property. So I hope everyone has a good day. Take care.